Yo, what's going on, guys? Matthew B. Haynes here, aka the Clock Master. This is going to be a very quick review for The Unforgivable. Just finally got a chance to watch this movie and actually finish it off. I started it and then I didn't get a chance to finish it off, so I finally had the chance to finish it off, and I'm like, okay, this movie is airing on Netflix December 10th, this Friday, so I figured I'd just do this really quick review for you guys, let you guys know my brief overall thoughts on the film, some of my positives and my negatives, and just briefly go over it. So this movie starring Sandra Bullock, Vincent Donofrio, John Bernthal, Rob Morgan, and Viola Davis. We have a massive cast here. We have a massive cast. So I always tell you guys to go watch it. Go ahead and watch the trailers, but I'll just give you a brief synopsis because I normally don't do them. Usually I don't like to do synopsis because I just suck at describing movies sometimes. So I'm actually going to read the synopsis from the press notes word for word. Guys, I did not write this. I'm just going to read the synopsis for you. So, released from prison after serving a sentence for a violent crime, Ruth Slater, played by Academy Award winner Sandra Bullock, re-enters a society that refuses to forgive her past. Although she feels a pull to the place she once called home, only harsh judgment awaits her there. Yeah, guys, so that's the synopsis for the film. So, what did I think about this film? I'm actually going to start with my positives and go to negatives. I can't really talk about my negatives without talking about my positives. So one of the things I loved about this movie was I actually liked the overall idea for the film. I loved the overall plot where they were trying to go with this movie. There's some beats that get hit and some others that don't get hit. I mean, the score was great. We had Hans Zimmer doing some of the score on this, and there were some memorable themes on there. It was actually pretty good. But I love the idea. Loved where they were going. Such a great concept for the film. And again, the cast, you have an amazing cast here. I mean, and also personally, I love Sandra Bullock in more of her dramatic roles. We know her from most of her comedic stuff over the years, but I actually really enjoyed Sandra Bullock's character. I enjoyed her portrayal of this woman, and I feel like she did an amazing job trying to bring some of herself to the screen and start to bring this lady's story to the screen. You can see it in her face. You can see it in her emotions. I felt like it was really good. It wasn't some of the best acting I've seen all year, but it was definitely good. But unfortunately, that's where it stops. I don't really have much to say without getting into spoilers for this film because I was really into this movie. Again, the performances really got me in. There are certain characters that I'm like, okay, I want to see where this goes. This is going somewhere. Okay, I see this part of the storyline that can maybe turn to something. And then there was also this part of the storyline that I'm like, okay, this can maybe be something as well. I'm like, okay, I'm with it. I'm with it. I mean, I'm here for it. And then the last half of the movie is kind of where I started to check out because there were some parts of the plot. I don't know if it was really, I would say maybe there were some script choices and maybe just the overall writing, because again, the story itself, I felt there was some really amazing stuff there, but there were some things with the writing that just didn't really do it for me. Like it was just, again, ideas and a lot of wasted potential, in my opinion. Some certain things that was just like, this could have just been so much better if you did this. This could have been really great if you did this. Most movies that are somewhat okay normally ask a question and then answer it, or sometimes they may give you something close to an answer. I feel like this movie asks more questions and doesn't really offer any solutions to some of those questions, even if you don't get a full solution, because there's a lot of movies like, you know, a lot of Christopher Nolan films that you watch don't have actual solutions to those questions and to those problems, but they can at least give you a way to solve those problems for yourself in your head after the film. You look at Tenet, you look at Inception, you look at Interstellar. Those are movies where they give you enough information that you can walk away and I can see what they're trying to do with it, and maybe I can answer this question by myself. But I feel like this movie doesn't do that good of a job. I mean, he doesn't even have to be in those crazy astronomical levels. It could have just been a little bit something where there's enough cohesion within the story that I'm like, okay, I can see that. There are some decisions that were made in the films, especially towards the second half, where I'm just like, why? like why? Or this doesn't make sense. And I'm like, okay. And then certain parts started to become a little predictable. So yeah, guys, that's why I said this is gonna be a pretty short review. This one, like I said, it was all right, but I wouldn't say it's up there for me. I wouldn't say that it's up there for me, guys. I'm actually gonna give this movie a 5. I'm gonna give this movie a 5. Just because The idea, in my opinion, was so good, and some of the performances were good. It's just a lot of the direction and a lot of the writing for some of these characters, some of these plot points just didn't make any sense. And then the ending, in my opinion, was rushed. I feel like if this movie had an additional 30 minutes, they could have answered some of those questions, and maybe I would have walked away from this movie with a higher rating. But I'm sitting at like a 4.5, 5, y'all. That's just the honest truth. This one is just one that I'm like, okay, you had me in the first half, not gonna lie, and then the second half, not so much, man. But yeah, you guys let me know your thoughts. That's just my thoughts on the Unforgivable, man. Those are my pros and my cons, just kind of scatterbrained, literally just finished the movie. Yeah, you guys let me know your thoughts down below on everything. When you guys see the movie on the 10th, just let me know your thoughts down below. If you liked it, if you hated it, or were you looking forward to this movie, or do you think Sandra Bullock should stay with comedy? That's all of those questions, man. Just let me know your thoughts down below. Looking forward to talk to you guys about this one. See you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Clockmaster out.